Hi everybody, this is Christian and this is Teamwork Cast.
Hey everyone, it's Shepard. Just being Shepard.
And this is Cthulhu! We finally fixed all the problems!
So many audio problems that people just won't be able to see Cthulhu. Congratulations.
Riots in the streets?
Well, I was gonna say, half of them have been yours, so,
what the hell is on your shoulder?
Yeah, what is
Arm
that?
cannon?
That thing's enormous.
Yes, it is.
Is that from the Metroid thing?
Yeah, it's the a Metroid event gun.
I kind of have a little bit of cannon envy right now.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's a light bow gun.
Is the heavy one bigger, or is it just the light?
There's no heavy one, but it's just like, okay.
Wow. So yeah, this is our Let's Play of Monster Hunter Generations. We haven't been recording in a while. But we're back! And we are about to go to the desert.
And that's way, it's a good thing, because now it's going to start seeming like we're actually going to be commenting on things that are topical.
Yeah.
Rather than talking about video games that have been released, 20 to 30 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so take it away, Cthulhu.
Oh.
It's the quest is the Desert Gourmand. We're gonna hunt a Nibblesnarf.
That's good.
It's from Master Cooper. 1 minute I was rattling along the dunes in my barrel buggy, minding my own, and then rawr! Cart goes flying, me with it. What gives? The barrel business is supposed to be safe, by gum.
This guy knows how to sell it.
Cthulhu, I've missed this so much.
This guy knows how to sell it.
This is incredible. Like, I feel like I have to invite you in and so you can teach to my students how to do voice acting.
Have we seen a barrel buggy in Monster Hunter lore yet?
Well, what is a barrel buggy?
I'm assuming like a dune buggy.
What if it's at the cart? It's a buggy to transport barrels, a cart,
Possible.
Could be two.
We don't know. So I think there's one important thing we have to discuss, which is the Switch.
I thought we were going to talk about my endoscopy monitor.
Okay.
My butt monitor.
Let's switch to the endoscopy monitor. Did you already use it for the endoscopy?
I mean, the first thing I did was, look up point of view endoscopy tapes on it just to get the real.
Yeah. It's kind of like the FPV stuff that I do with drones.
Yeah. I saw blood come out of this thing that I poked.
Yeah, except it's over here.
I think, please review the tape.
No, I did too. I saw it was smoking and everything.
Maybe there's two of them.
No, I'm just saying, please review the tape. What is coming out of that gun?
We will review the tapes.
I don't know.
So anyway,
it's dazzling shots. I have no idea what they do. So
now that your endoscopy monitor is set up and ready to go, is it the Nirvana that you were hoping for?
It's different than I thought because there's so many lines. Like I'd been playing on a much larger television with much fewer lines, and so like the fan lines were nice and thick, and that's what I thought I liked. But now there's so many lines; they're so thin, you can barely even tell where one starts and where one ends. It's a completely different look. It's fascinating.
But do you think this is a better look, or are you regretting your decision now?
I wouldn't regret it at all. I think the most amazing thing about it is how good interlaced content looks as a result. Interlaced stuff actually looks pretty nice, the 480i.
It's made for this.
Yeah, that or 240p. I mean, either one just looks really good. I'm not sad.
Is it a used endoscopy monitor?
Yeah, it could have been used. Yeah, to look at butts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And now?
That just makes it better.
Yeah.
It's getting used for classic games. Played some PlayStation 2 on it. Hooked up a Wii on it. Don't have any actual classic consoles in there yet, but the Wii does native 240p out, so.
You're living the dream.
Yeah,
I'm envious.
Well, they probably still have ton of them over there. I mean, you're in Scotland, man. I mean, you shouldn't have any.
But
problems.
I just can't. I cannot. Like, this is a kind of projects that would make sense if I had a home. If I had a house. I mean,
your home is here, Christian.
It is.
It was here. It was here all along.
My home is here with you guys in you guys' heart, but in you guys' hearts I just can't set up a monitor, an endoscopy monitor in your heart.
It's a that's how we see how much you love us is with our monitor.
With an endoscopy monitor, you can tell.
You can tell.
Okay. Well, anyways, yes, this is really cool. I am a bit of a. I kind of like this kind of like retro kind of stuff. I think there's like this. I always talk about this to my students. There's like in the games industry, there's this thing where PlayStation 4 comes out, and now they want to tell us that everything that was on PlayStation 3 was shit because they want to sell PlayStation 4.
The remastered version.
Yeah, because now it's better because previously it was horrible, and so we we don't really take the time. Because of that kind of business model, we don't have to take the time to stop and say like, wait a minute, what we have here is special, And it's cool to have this progress thing going on, but every now and then it's also cool to stay at a given point and be like, no, this is good enough. This is something precious, and we should preserve this.
Yeah, that's where I am. I just want to be able to kind of keep what that stuff looked like, for the nostalgia in the future. It's not like I'm dying to play or look at or do those games right now, but like this technology is rapidly dying.
Yeah, exactly. It's going
those
away.
Capacitors aren't going to live forever. Stuff just gets thrown into landfills.
Yeah.
Or recycling centers. Like it's not like there's an enormous demand for it. I mean, there's not that many people like me out there that are like, hey, I care enough to actually look at this. Not only in a native CRT, but like a really, really, really high quality CRT.
And the thing that bugs me is like we don't really have this in any kind of like in other kinds of media. Maybe in film a little bit, but it's like, for example, like painting, right? Just because a painting is old, you don't say, "Oh, this is a bad painting," because then you're not using the newest paints. It's still considered okay. This is worth preserving, even though people maybe didn't have like such refined artistic skills. This is still something like a milestone, and it's still worth talking about. It's still worth preserving it in the way it was before.
Yeah, I mean, capturing a Picasso with like a DSLR and then making a print, while maybe okay, does not at all replicate what it is in person.
But that's not even what we're doing. Like what we're doing is like basically saying like, oh no, Picasso is old stuff. Let's not look at this again. Let's rip it apart.
Picasso, yeah. Like
let's create one with Photoshop. It's going to be way better.
Look how more advanced we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I am 100% of the way there with you. And it's not to say that there's not some really amazing things done with like emulation and filters and OLEDs and all these things that do make lots of video content just look awesome.
Yeah.
But, it's difficult to replicate the actual artistic intent of a lot of those people back from the 80s and what have you when you don't have the medium it was designed for. And I know that sounds really weird, but it's like there's something about, the phosphor glow, the scan lines, the blur, the near zero, like the speed of light response time between button and everything else. Like, it's games aren't designed like that right now. I mean, things are kind of designed from a difficulty standpoint that you're going to have a little wiggle room.
Yeah.
It's not a little wiggle room on like Holy Diver, for example. You need frames. You need every frame you can get,
Yeah.
Or Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Yeah.
Same thing there. You need all the help you're going to get. And you're not going to get that unless you're on something that's like near zero latency internally and near zero latency on the display.
Good old days where frames counted. Every frame counts.
But now, like, Dark Souls gives you like 14 invincibility frames. Like, come on.
I mean, we're playing Monster Hunter. Come on, man. We're playing Monster Hunter.
I've got a half a second invincibility with evasion +2, evasion +3. What? Come on.
Yeah.
I thought I was supposed to count these frames. I just like got close enough.
Yeah.
Easy mode. I'm still
This
garbage
makes me-
anyways. But
This makes me actually think that maybe those consoles are actually more interesting where they're fully integrated, where display is actually not attached via HDMI, but it's actually integrated into the system. So perhaps there's some little bit less latency going on, which brings me to the Switch, which I think we should talk about in the next episode.
okay.
I think you should join us on the next episode, guys, when we return and talk a little bit about the Switch. See you next time around, and as always, good luck and good hunt.
Don't forget your vinyls.
Yay! And put this monitor in your butt.
Is that
Oh yeah.
what you're gonna do? Turn your small barrel bomb into a large barrel bomb! Squatty Potty!